Streaming. Oh, what's happening here? Is it just starting it? Yeah, it just started it for unknowable reasons.
Discover the wonderful world of Fizzes. Come on in. All boys and girls are welcome. Day and night in this wonderful world, it's Fizzes time. Everybody drinks Fizzes whenever they feel like it. Everybody has a big, happy party that never stops. Fizzes are the most fun of any soft drink. Fizzes come in all sorts of delicious flavors, and they're so easy to make. Drop of Fizzes in a glass, watch the magic come to pass. Fizzes bubble and fizz, they're so exciting. Bring the wonderful world of Fizzes into your own house. Make it Fizzes time right now. Mothers like Fizzes as much as fairy godmothers do. Fizzes are neat, they don't make a mess. Any time is a good time for a fine time with Fizzes. Right now, it's Fizzes time. Enjoy sugarless Fizzy sparkling soft drink tablets.
Yes, we're back, and I'm on time today, I believe. I think we're all working. It looks like we've got some people. Looks like we got a few viewers out there. Probably some of the usual suspects, because the usual suspects are usually who shows up to be suspected. Today we're doing drinks. And what does drinks mean? Drinks means mostly it's mixes that you would add water or milk to end up with something for you to drink. Usually pretty sugary. And I think sort of course, funny face is sort of, hey, Brandon, hey, Anna. Usually what you think of when you think of drinks or drink mixes, you think of Kool-Aid, funny face, and then my other big favorite is Fizzes. And we used to get Fizzes very rarely. There was this weird little candy store soda fountain that we'd go to, and they would have Fizzes there in a pack, and I was always obsessed over them. Hey, Groovy Archives. I was always obsessed over them, and I don't remember really having them very often, but Fizzes are super cool. They're a tablet in foil, so you get 8 in a pack. I think it's 8, yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 8 of them in a pack. And then you would just pop them into your drink, and then they would fizz up, and they'd add a sugary thing, which these ones don't have sugar in them. They're citric acid, sodium carbonate, bicarbonate, fruit flavors, and cyclamates. So the original ones are cyclamates. This is the original package that they came in. Boom. These weird little kids on them. And that's what Fizzes were. They were, make your own drink, sort of based on Kool-Aid. We'll do a little bit of Kool-Aid, but not a lot of Kool-Aid. And so these were the very first packs. And, weird little envelope, just a pretty complex pack. And then what they did at a certain point was they just printed a card and then shrunk wrap it with these. So that would just have been shrunk wrap with the thing. I don't have any of the shrunk wrap ones right here, but I have some of the cards. And so these were the second ones. And, once again, just a dopey little kid, but super cool. And, a sort of thing that was counter to soda pop, So it was like Kool-Aid, but it was soda pop, and I think these are probably still, at a certain point they have to get rid of the cyclamates. These are still cyclamates. And then with this one, they added the Fizzy tablet as a character, which is super duper cool. And then these ones, you can see these ones are a little different variation. So there's some, as you can see in the lettering, there's some stuff going on, and they've made him a little bolder and made him given him a little more white around there. But these ones have the instructions on the back. This one's just blank back. The instructions would have been on the tablet package. No mixing, no mess, no bottles to tote. So it's, you know, something you can do anywhere. And at this point we have 7 flavors. And then the next variation are the animal ones. And, once again, we're keeping with the tablet, but now we're throwing some animals on there. And these are sugarless. And then these ones actually, I'll get the cola one. So there they are on the back, so you'd pop them out. And the amazing thing is the amount of fizzies that show up unused. So we have the fish, the squirrel, we have the elephant on cherry, we've got the deer on orange, we've got these little bears on root bear, and we got this really kind of interesting polar bear on purple, or as we like to say, grape. Just really kind of nice, fun designs, kind of kid related. Then we get to the sort of final Fizzies designs, not sort of, but they are the final Fizzies designs, the character ones. And these ones, at this point, you got to add sugar. I wonder if these ones, yeah, the other ones were sugarless. So we've dumped the cyclamates, so that puts these in, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68. And these are the ones I remember. And there's 7 different, and each one has a sort of archetypal character. So we got the magician strawberry, the swami kind of snake charmer. But I mean, look at that. The bubbles are the snake. It's really cool. And he's doing his magic. We got the cool witch with the spider coming off her hat. Really cool. I've got them in these little packages which are taped up, just because these things are kind of fragile. Grape has this cool little wizard guy with a super cool owl on his shoulder. We've got an American Indian on cola. We got Mad Scientist. I think this was like the last one I found, was the Mad Scientist. That one. And fizzies show up in quantity occasionally. People will find like full display boxes that come out of old drugstores and whatnot. So there have been little finds over and over and over and over through the ages. And then the last one is the Lemon Lime Witch Doctor, which is like super cool. That one's super fun. So, you see the changes in culture and design, sort of line art squirrel onto witch doctor. But those are fizzies, just really fun collection. And I've got all 7 of that last one. I think I need one more of the animals, which I don't think I've ever seen all 7 of the animals. So another sort of fizzies related-ish product is one called King Stirs. Now, King Stirs is really bonkers. Basically, it's a fizzy that you've put on a little wand, on a little plastic wand, and then the kid uses that to do the stirring. And it has this super cool little King Stir guy. There he is holding the thing. There's the hand showing you the exact motion. I think this orange one's prettier. And the fun thing about these ones is, here we can actually see one of the things. And it has a little, I think it says little it says King Stir on that little thing. And there it is. And it comes in, nice little foil package, because you did not want to get this kind of thing wet. But still in really good shape. And so a couple of these different pouches. And then, there's all the, they put all the information on there. But it's kind of nice because it's like a different king, a little slightly different artwork, which is fun. And then at some point they decided to go even deeper and each stir came in its own individual packaging. So that's a lot of packaging, and made by Pacific Hawaiian Products, Fullerton, California. So there was a lot of this kind of stuff. There was a Nabisco factory in Orange County that I always remember driving by, and it was still that Nabisco building for a million years. But Kingster's, another sort of fun Fizzes adjacent product that probably was around from 65 to 66, and then never saw the light of day again. But still a really cool one. And let's look at Quik. If you're on my Instagram, you saw I posted. Yeah, the Witch Doctor one is wild. I posted a picture of some of my Quik cans. This is the first bunny can, and as you can see, we'll compare that to a later bunny can. Boom. He's actually art. And then at a certain point, they made the clay model. Clay model, absolutely my favorite. But the art one's really cool. And as you can see, all they did was remake all the art into new clay ones. But on the back, you can see it's still the same cool drawing. So, this is just a wonderful package. Any package where they have front, side, different side. Actually, I think, are they different? Yeah, there he's spooning, and there he's drinking with ice cream, and then back. That's like all 4 panels are all different good character things, which is, I don't know, that's what I love the most. These guys, so you can see, they were always sort of, not always, but a number of times they did things like, putting the coupon in there. In this one, these free bunny tattoos. I think I found a set of them. They're kind of like these little tiny fold-out tattoos. They did some Peanuts ones like that. It's there's 6 of them. So it's like just this little package. But, Quik, advertising Quik. And as you'll see, I don't have any normal Quik containers. I used to have all sorts of them, but you put this next to a normal Quik container, you're just like, eh. There are some other containers that are really neat, not Quik ones, but there's one of these that has a G.I. Joe offer. There's also a Carnation Milk thing that has a Barbie offer. That's really cool. They actually did that 2 different years. That's a super cool thing. So then at a certain point, they decided to do some other things. So they did a vanilla flavor. And once again, there he is on the side, there he is on the side, and there he is on the back. And these are super cool because they sort of follow this sort of soda jerk thing, and you can see he's got the little soda jerk hat, which is super cool. And then boom, chocolate fudge with the lion. Let's see, is that another one? Yeah. So this is sort of the second wave of the other flavors. And, once again, boom, there he is on the side. There he is mixing with the thing. And on the back, the cool illustration. So, these 3 together, pretty cool. Pretty cool to see all 3 of them together. Oops, let me get that just right. And all following the same basic design. So then the next year or whatever, they changed it, and they changed the lion chocolate fudge to the fudge guy. Once again, sort of doing a soda jerk thing. There he's on the side. On the back, we have this different sort of ice cream thing, so you can tell it's like a different time period. And then on the side, there he is. So in addition to him, we also had a chocolate malted. Oops. So we had the fudge guy, we have chocolate fudge, chocolate malted, and then the king of all of them, the chocolate banana flavor. And this one, good buddy Jim Maley had this one. up in his kitchen, and I would go whenever I'd go down to his house. I'd look at that thing, and I'd just be like, "That is the one I need to finish." And I mean, as far as I know, I finished this collection. And I bugged him and bugged him and bugged him, and then at one point when I had a bunch of money, I was able to pry it out of him. So just that's what I love. I love a banana. I love a banana serving up. Big piece of cake on the back. Just and each of the backs, if we sort of look at them, this one's got a big cake on it. This one has a big pitcher. This one's pretty much the same. But each one has its own sort of. But that's the gold standard of Quik containers. Probably one of the tougher Quik containers. And Quik containers are interesting because they're metal tops, top and bottom, and then this is just a hard cardboard. So I always empty them out and throw all that junk away, because I'm always afraid of it getting wet and then it's seeping and destroying. And you want that to be really clean and nice. So those are all my Quik cans. Let me put them back in this thing so I can move them out of the way and they can clank out of the way. What year is the lion from? I have no idea what year these are from. I don't think I've ever seen any advertising on them. And that's, once again, the lion might have been out for a year. Might have been out for 5 years. Might have been out for, 6 months. I don't know. That chocolate banana, 6 months, a year. I don't know. What we can say about them, let's look at these really quick. We can say there's no UPC. There is a zip code. So that probably says 65. This looks like 65, 66. That would be my guess. My guess would be that probably not 62. That seems a little early. 69 seems a little late. So 62, 69 in between there. Squeezed in there somewhere. We can tell from this one, like that Pop-Tarts box. Wait, does this have a date on it? Let's see if there's a date anywhere there. No. But I think that Pop-Tarts box is 70, 71. So I would say, all these weird ones were gone by 71 at the latest. That would be my guess. And it's just a guess. Nestle's Quik Strawberry Flavor Spook Group. So the Spook Group was a series of packs that they did with monsters on them. And it says, collect all 32 gruesome ghouls. This is one of those crazy things where I have no idea how many they're made. What I do know is they did them on both strawberry and chocolate. So, and each series has duplications. So some of the monsters appear on both the chocolate and on the strawberry. But strawberry fronts, totally gorgeous. And I've got a bunch of them. I think I've got about 25 different of each. And the monsters are just totally bonkers. The Claw. Count Vampira's on both of them, I'm pretty sure. The Dwarf, Cyclops, Evil, Stan, Georgie Goblin, the Glob. I think I have them mostly in alphabetical order, so I can kind of keep track. And once again, this is one of those collections where it's like I bought 2 or 3 boxes of these at different times. And the good thing about these is kids kept them because they're so damn weird. Screamer, Slime, Strangler, Tom Troll, Two-Face. Because I can imagine kids that had these, and I think I had the plain box, 32 different. 32 different. I think I had another one. I think I had another box. I think somebody wrote on it 74. I think it was, and so these ones are full. I have a couple of full ones. The whippersnapper. This one's super odd because it's a plastic pack. These one, every other one's paper. I have one plastic pack. I don't know. Beak. Yeah, it's a cat. Bullseye, camel guy, whippersnapper. Yeah, count as vampires on both of them. Cowgirl, snake. I think there's a few that are duplicate. I'd have to go through it again because back in the olden days, I used to try to keep track of everything and try to understand and figure it all out. Skeleton. Whippersnapper. Did I have the whippersnapper full? So do I have the whippersnapper full and empty? Yeah, I guess I have the whippersnapper full and empty. So those are the spook groups. Another one of those fun collections that you could spend your whole life trying to put together a full set. Yeah, but like I said, and the funny thing is the strawberry ones, the box is much thinner. The chocolate box is much thicker, which I don't know if that makes much sense, but who am I to question? I'm trying to put those back in there. I shouldn't try to put those back in there right now. Cocoa Marsh. This one I painted in there so it looks like the stuff is in there. So if I ever try and sell this, I'm going to have to scrape out all that paint. But Cocoa Marsh was one of those things that I remember when I started collecting, it was a thing that a number of people were really hot for. And so I was like, oh, Cocoa Marsh, I got to get one of those. So eventually I got one. And because it's not a product I remember at all. It's not a product we had. But it's, squirt, it's a milk booster. It's basically just Hershey's syrup that you squirt in there. Super Duper drinks. These were like little plastic drinks, kind of like Squeeze-Ems, I think. And if you remember, we had Super Duper ice cream. On ice cream, we had a Super Duper package, but they also made some little drinks that came in this little, little multi-pack, which is really cool. But just, once again, Burlington, Wisconsin product. Never seen any ads on this stuff. Just have these two boxes and some box backs. What's the deal? I don't know what the deal is. And sort of going with that, this is one of my favorite things. It's a little bottle that says spook on it, and there's a little weird ghost right there. Actually, this is showing up really well. Usually this thing's impossible to photograph. Little half pint. And I remember in school, they would come around with these little drinks. They'd have the little foil on there, and you'd peel it off, and this would be like the nutrition, sort of in between second and third. You drink this little thing, and oh my God, just like sugar water. That was my existence. And where was that other one? And then this is another one of those kind of cartons where they'd come around, and I don't know if I drank this one, but I drank a lot of these little cartons with little wonderfully sweetened drinks. This has this stupid little pixies on it, but it's still kind of neat. And that's, you have those childhood memories that you're always trying to sort of dredge up. What did that make me think of? It made me think of something, and now I don't know what I was trying to think of. Oh, I was gonna do these guys. So then we have the Jay Ward did a series of milk cartons, and so basically they would license these out to different dairies, and then they would make these products. The amazing thing about this is it's a different graphic on each side. And this is a little 1/4, whatever it is, Cloverland Farms Dairy, Baltimore, Maryland. And then we got these guys, which are these bigger sort of milk carton. What is that? 2 gallons? 1 gallon? I don't know. 64 ounces, 2 quarts, 1 gallon. And these showed up in quantity. So these came out of some old dairy that, and they found a pallet full of them. And so these ones usually are not overly expensive, but Tennessee Tuxedo and Dudley Do Right, KV. So they'd send them the the graphics, and then they just slap the KV or whatever on there, and then put their other information. So you could fruit punch and grape drink. So, it's just a sort of weird licensing deal where they get to make these cool character things. And I used to have a couple of posters and some other display materials. It has the whole array of characters. There probably would have been 5 or 6 different cartons. These two are quantity. This is the one of these I've ever seen. So once again, another thing where your first 2 parts of that collection are not going to be necessarily impossible. They're trying to finish it up. Good luck. And that was the thing with like the Fizzes. Getting all 7 of those character Fizzes just took forever and ever. I didn't pull a Big Shot down. But Big Shot, another one of the early things that I really wanted to find. Here's a little piece of stationery. And I've got a couple of Big Shots just right there, which I'm not going to grab because most of you have probably seen a Big Shot. But like when I started collecting, there were a few things just that I wanted. I wanted a Mr. Wiggle. I wanted a Big Shot. I wanted all those Fizzies, funny face stuff. And, eventually, not even eventually, within a year or 2, you get all that stuff because it's not that rare. There's rare, and then there's not that rare. And Mr. Wiggle, Big Shot, they're out there. They are out there, and you find them, and you put them in your collection, and then you love them because they're wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. What are we going to do now? Now we'll do... I didn't pull all my woo-woo stuff. We'll do Welch's Grape Juice. Welch's Grape Juice had these characters, the woo-woo Indians, and I always collect... when I was collecting really hard, I loved American Indian stuff because it's caricatured. I understand that. But they're usually really dynamic, interesting characters. And, like... What the hell? Look at these guys. Look at that design. And, I mean, they have big noses or whatever, but these are really interesting character designs. And so basically it was these 2 Indians that chased around this fox who was trying to steal their grapes. And, wow. Just so nice. And so this little carrier, I have a couple, actually let me pull out a couple of actual carriers. I don't save a lot of the bottles and that kind of thing, but these are the little bottles. Pow and Wow captures Crazy Foxy Loxy almost. And so each one has this great little comic strip. And wait, we already had. Did we already show that one? We already showed that one. So I guess I have it collapsed and I have it this. I guess I'm missing one because there's 6. Because the way you tell what number it is, boom, through the window, it tells you which number it is. And I was just looking at them, and I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think that other one was 2. So I'm still looking for one of these. Still looking for one of these. So each one's this cool little comic strip. Like look at those cool sandwiches. And Welch's is fun, and I have some other Welch's for another day, because it's sort of, and that was one of the things I got to do fruits and vegetables, and this whole thing sort of crosses over with fruits and vegetables because a lot of these, grape juice, kind of a fruit and vegetable, also kind of a drink. So I probably should have saved a few of these things for fruits and vegetables. And then these ones, I've got numbers 2, 7, and 6. So there's at least 7 of these ones where they have a little punch-out game on the back. So, look at the little Indian guys are cutouts. I mean, how crazy is that? And then you put them in this thing, and then you work them around, and then there's a spinner that you're supposed to use. Oh, my God. And in this one, instead of full figures, there's just the little heads. And then Foxy Loxy has a thing. This is so cool. This one, pieces and you spin. And, oh my God. Oh, there's the little heads and things on this side. just like using the real estate of the packaging to make it interesting is just, that's what I love. Use up that whole crazy how tough pieces like this are. I mean, the Welch's I think show up, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't searched on eBay in a number of years. So one of the other big Welch's things, there's a big nice tin can that's a Welch's grape can and has the Flintstones on it. And in addition to doing the cans, they also did some more of these little trays. And this one has two little cutouts, little cutout figures. And, as it says right here, Flintstones on ABC TV. And this one's kind of neat because it's the pink version. There's Fred, but on the back, it's got Dino. And then the other one has Wilma. So, and these ones are kind of beat up and have tape on them. I don't know why these ones, the woo-woo ones always seem to hold up a little better. These ones, seemingly generic, but boom, on the back, a little Flintstones coloring scene. So, and these are kind of interesting because it's like, Wilma's vacuum cleaner, which is the little elephant. What is this? Oh, it's a 65. And then this one is Wilma's sewing machine. Like, we're actually showing the female characters, which is just very surprising. Like those other ones, it's like Fred's up front, but these ones are both Wilma related, which I think is really cool. And I think I've seen this one twice, and then this one just this one time. So kind of interesting. Oh, we forgot one woo-woo thing. This is a cool little window decal. And I've got like another bigger poster of these guys, which is rolled. And I have a couple other pieces of paper that didn't exactly show up when I was digging out all this stuff. And that is often the case. Jumping back to Hershey's sort of thing. Another really common tin can you find is this Hershey's Instant one, but these ones are packs of Hershey's Instant with the little girl and the little boy. So those are fun. And then another character, Marshall Mallow, which is a hot cocoa mix. So this is a pack, so they would have been a box of some sort. And I've also seen I think I had a circular container where, you scoop out. And then some little free decals. So those are cool. Marshall Mallow, another weird sort of 70s character. Now let's see, what do we want to do? Let's go into these tins. Let's do all this stuff here. So since we were doing sort of shake mixes, Tiger Shake. It, not the most dynamic character, but, and there's also Tiger Milk, which I've had a couple of different things for. But those were generally very large, and so I've gotten rid of most of the very large stuff. But, we use that sort of interesting Asian lettering. Tiger Shake, very cool. And then one of the funnest of all shake things, and another very rare, obscure, I would like to find more of these, Nugget Town by Pillsbury. So it's just chocolate flavored nuggets, so it's just a Hershey's ripoff. Mixes instantly in milk. Nuggets dissolve quicker than powders. Who knew? And then this is like a little Western town building. What does it say on the side? Send for your Nugget Town bear. Oh my god, I forgot about this. So there's a plush bear there's a plush Nugget Town bear. This side, really simple. And then so you're like, okay, this is a cool product. There he is in the little Nugget Town bank. And then you see the back. Own a whole Western town. Each Nugget Town package is a different building. Think of all the fun you'll have trying to collect all 8 of these. Well, as you might have guessed, in my collecting of all 8 of these, the collection started at 1. And it has stayed at 1. I've never heard of another one of these. Never seen another one of these. Probably somebody has it out there. Maybe somebody has the whole little town on their shelf, which would be really cool. But I only have one, and it's it's a little dusty. it's like got, as you can see, it's got that fold up. It just such a problematic sort of thing. And I guess, oh, it's you pour it. So I guess it was emptied by pouring as opposed to, and it's a hard box. So once again, nobody's ever going to collapse these and save them. That's Nugget Town. Nugget sadness, I call it, unfortunately. Another couple other products sort of along that line are Dip and Sip, which are flavor straws. Dip into milk, sip a chocolate treat. I cracked one of these open on one of the first streams I did, and it actually, I think one of them is coated on the inside, and then the other one has a little piece of chocolate stuff in there that when you suck through the straw, it gets into the thing. And then another very similar product, flavor straws, which, like I said, are little straws that add some amount of flavor. And one's strawberry and one's black cherry, which is very strange because usually they stuck with chocolate. When I was a kid, my dad was a big Quik chocolate guy and Nestle syrup, and as kids we tried, at least me as a kid, I tried every once in a while and just be like, this is not for me. Not really a chocolate milk guy. I like milk, although I don't drink milk much. So those are kind of interesting. Kind of a nice straw box. Used to have a giant collection of straw boxes, got rid of it. Just kept this one because it's really, just the design. These kids are really, really nice. Let's see what else we got in here. Speaking of chocolate milk, this one's really fun because it's like dad, mom, son, daughter. And as you've seen, as I've said a lot of times, I just love that. Jack and Jill milk carton. Pretty cool. We did some other milk cartons on one of the things, but this one's got the pail on there. Jack and Jill went up the hill. But I mean, Jesus, look at these kids. So gorgeous. Just a very good looking. Doing a lot of leaning in this episode because there's not a lot of flat stuff. A lot of the things are three-dimensional, so I got to dig them out of boxes. Pillsbury Gorilla Milk, which is actually an instant breakfast, kind of a drink though. Comes in this weird container. Great Shakes. I think I had a Great Shakes box at one point. Kind of like Shake a Pudding kind of box, but these weird, I don't know why maybe they stack in there really well, but they're these weird sort of, I don't even know what that shape is. Oh, Jack and Jill's hometown grocery store. Yeah, that's what I thought. So Jack and Jill was a grocery store, and so they would have licensed their own brand of milk. Kind of fun. This one's like a favorite of mine. Cola Bear. I don't like soda cans. I don't like bottles. I like cardboard. I like stuff that you can flatten. But Cola Bear. Just, oh my God, look at that drawing. He's got like shorts and suspenders, and he's got a little paw out. He's drinking a soda. He's got a big smile on his bare face. He's got a cute little tail on his butt. This one's out of Oakland, California. Look at me in the lettering. I don't like having a big bottle taking up bottle space in my life, but Cola Bear's he's the one guy that gets to take up that space in my life. And then another really, really weird thing, Gemini 9 astronaut water. Exclusively supplied by the Canada Dry Corporation for astronauts and space systems in flight. So I think, I looked it up one time, and I think Gemini 9, I think they sent this up on one of the missions. And, so Canada Dry, probably gave them some money, and they made this cool little bottle. And I think this bottle was a giveaway. I don't think this There's no nutritional information on it. I think, and I mean, it's just water, of course. You probably don't have to put nutrition. But, bottled water's a more current concept than it was back in the day. But it, unfortunately, not the right cap. It's a contemporary soda cap, sadly. But still, really neat. Really, really neat. Gemini water. What does water taste like when it comes back from space? Now we'll look at some cans. Cans. And you're like, Dan, what do you mean cans? Well, there's another whole product line, which is the frozen can. So these would have been in the freezer section. They're concentrate, frozen concentrate cans. And these Minute Maid ones are really graphically interesting. These are going to be Nightmares and Lights, but lemonade and pink lemonade. Limeade. And people open these and kept them. They must have kept them to sort buttons, or they used to put pens in, because they show up. And then a couple more. These ones don't have the stripes, but these ones are a little tangerine juice, and grape juice. Like, they're just cool little cans. And my buddy Randy Jones has millions of them because he goes to millions of flea markets and gets them all. These ones are my favorites. And the fun thing, this first one, this one's actually not all tin. It's actually cardboard. But look at these little cuties. Oh my God, they're so cute. Little pineapple, little orange. Pineapple, orange drink, Libby's. Pineapple, grapefruit. Oh, look at how cute they are. Oh, I'm dying of cuteness overload. Here's the orange, little orange girl. Is it a girl? No, it's actually, it looks like a girl, but it actually doesn't have eyelashes, so it's probably supposed to be a guy, I guess. And then, of course, the black cherry with two little cool cutie cherries. Oh my God. And yeah, these are all tinned out. The more commonplace product, yes, Donald Duck. And that's John Kupinski, who watches the show sometimes. He's got a huge Donald Duck food product packaging collection. And yes, Donald Duck, the orange juice is one of the most common of the orange juice tins that you'll see. This is a little earlier one. This is the more sort of contemporary one, and I think Donald Duck orange juice is still in stores, but that's some nice design. And they made a million products with Donald Duck, mostly like fruits. Yeah, I think John's on Instagram, and you can go see some of his collection on there. But super cool. Bird's Eye, which has the two Bird's Eye kids. I think this might just have... This has the same kid on both sides, but there's 2 or 3 kids. I think maybe it's a boy and a girl. That one's cute. Whole Sun. Okay. Makes 1.5 pints. And I was a big frozen drink kid, so I would always be drinking 5 Alive. Oh, I didn't pull out the 5 Alive. Oh, maybe I have that for fruits and drinks. Tree Sweet, orange and grapefruit. And like Tree Sweet, you can have cartons. There's all sorts of Tree Sweet stuff that you can collect. But these are sort of a great encapsulation where it's just one little item. As you can see, these ones still sealed, never had product. So these were samples that they would have sent out to the appliance stores, which I talked about in another one, and then these would have been inside a refrigerator. So they would make these dummies. And then the last one of these orange juices is the Little King orange juice. And just the art on these is just great. It's just art all over the place. Little King guy. If I do it this way, you can see everything a little better. Little King. And then we go into, so that was mostly orange juice. Then we have a few grapefruits. We got, actually, we have Snowboy grape juice. And that's the cool Snowboy guy. Look at him. He's like a little snowman. There he is holding grapes. Cool. We have Snow Crop, which is Teddy Snowcrop. There's Teddy Snowcrop. And I just love this little painting. This is such a nice little painting on here. Snowcrop. That's a great painting there. Very cool. And then this super cool limeade. There's a kid, real lime, limeade, and another kid. I'll do it this way so we can see them a little better. Limeade. And then we have a couple of, we have Snappy Tom, who's tomato cocktail, and then here's a little later Snappy Tom that someone has peeled open, which is kind of nice, but you know, see how he's sort of more painted, and then in this one he's more of an illustration. Super cute. Ugh, that one has rust on the back, which is gross. I find rust very gross. And then the last one of these little cans, oh, actually, I have a couple more. Nas Tomato Cocktail. Salt added. I don't know. It's just, you're supposed to drink this right out of the can? Oh, maybe you're supposed to. Okay, maybe this one is just like a cocktail. It's just like a tomato shot. And then I have just a couple of tip-top things. This one is a bank. So I don't know if they'd have actually made this size. And then here's another tip-top with this really cool lemon, strawberry lemon. Sounds really good. And my buddy Randy Jones, who I think I just said is on Instagram, he's got a bunch of these ones with different fruit characters, which are totally amazing, which I would not mind having. So if I hold it upside down, maybe if I hold it this way, if I hold it this way, we can, I don't know what's happening. That's about the best we're going to get of that. But he has a number of these in different flavors, and it's just cool stuff. One of the other things that got me started collecting, it's a little warm, is I remember this coffee can from when I was a kid. And so I remember we went into an antique mall out in Beaumont. We used to go pick cherries out there. And we went in this antique mall, and I found this can, and I lost my mind because I was like, that is the can I remember. And so what it was it had a label on top of this. And then on the top here, there was like you'd peel it off, and there was a little printed plaque of one of these animals, of like the monkeys or the hippo or the elephant. My grandma was a huge coffee drinker. No one in our family, no one in my immediate family drank coffee, but my grandma who lived in front of us drank coffee. And so she would probably brought one of these home or a couple of them home. And so it was a really cool childhood grandma memory when I found this can. And then I went on to find out that they did another series called the Zuni wall plaques. And as you can see, that tells us how it works. And so there were those two series, and then there was also a series of Dr. Dolittle ones. And I had the Dr. Dolittle can, which was like this, just sort of a plain thing. And just really cool. Just coffee promotions. That's such an interesting place to promote something. Childhood grandma memories. Yeah, childhood grandma memories are the best. She had some Mark's wind-ups on this shelf, which I still have somewhere, and a few little games. She'd just have all these. And when I started collecting, those were some of the memories I really was trying to recapture. And most all of them I recaptured because most memories you can recapture. What is in here? Look at that. That's weird. What? Here's like a talkie drink mix, which is in this Bugs Bunny Kool-Aid for some unknowable reason. I used to be pretty hardcore, not hardcore Kool-Aid collector, but I used to collect Kool-Aid just like I collected everything. And so I had 4 or 5 different full display boxes. This one, most of these aren't the Bugs Bunny Kool-Aids. There are other packs I've sort of thrown in there to fill up the space, but so neat. Bugs Bunny Kool-Aid. Bugs Bunny was a huge Kool-Aid character. Remember how excited I was the first time I found one of these. Like a weird... He's like got a parachute. It's just the strangest, one of the strangest things ever. He's got this little hat, so you would like squirt it out there, pre-sweetened, no sugar. It's just really weird. Really weird things you find. And then these are some... There's tons and tons of different, you know, on each different Bugs Bunny Kool-Aid pack, he's doing different things. On the backs are, you know, order the F&F mugs, and then Ridley sort of stuff. There's also like these pre-sweetened ones to find, which is another design. Here's some more. And then there's, so like, you know, these are, let's hold those so you can kind of see them. You know, 2 different purples on that. Here's that. Bugs Bunny the artist. And then in Canada, they had Kool-Aid Ready Sweet. And then, oh, here's a couple more. Here's another, a green Ready Sweet. I have like the Ready Sweet, I have like the display box, but it's falling apart. And then the weirdest from Canada is the Bugs Bunny, the superhero Bugs Bunny. Has these weird animal mix and match-ups. I don't know. And then just more of the Ready Sweets. Yeah. And, you know, that's the thing about Kool-Aid. You could spend a lifetime and then another lifetime collecting Kool-Aid. Because Kool-Aid goes back to the 30s, at least. Yes. Oh, and then another, one of the other Kool-Aid pieces I've always really loved is this home storage pack. It's this little box that would have had 5 flavors, 10 envelopes. Just a neat little box. And just, you know, really nice graphics. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Kool-Aid. There's another pretty common thing to find called Clanky syrup, which is a chocolate syrup. You know, it's in a bottle and it's a robot bottle. But the harder one to find is Noom, his little bunny, his little buddy, Clanky's buddy Noom. And Noom is, of course, moon spelled backwards. And he's like a little weird troll guy who lived on the moon with Clanky. And, you know, Clanky's brown. I don't know if he has a brown top or a yellow top. But maybe, you know, so I don't know. I haven't had a Clanky in a number of years. But Noom is sort of the harder brother of Clanky. Then there's these kind of can labels, which I think I went through a bunch of these on one of the earlier streams. Not a bunch. I think I went through this whole package. But, you know, Captain Kids. Got the cool Casper football. And I was a high C kid when I was young, and my mom would get us the orange high C, and I would drink tons of that. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do funny face, but, you know, here's all the funny face big labels. Some of which I messed up when I was but a wee boy. This one with the mini SSP offer. I'll just highlight a few really nice, a few of the nicer ones. This one with the Partridge Family. This is like a picture, and then you can order a David Cassidy beach towel, not a poster. Citrus cooler, always my favorite of all the flavors. Not as a kid, but just as a beautiful label. Orange. Wild berry. And the High C mascot was High Cecil, who was this giraffe. And the weirdest one of the weirdest premiums of all time was the High Cecil poncho. It was like this plastic vinyl poncho, kind of like a rain poncho with little High Cecil graphics all over it. And I had that many years ago, just one time. So strange. Hobo Kelly. No, is that Hobo Kelly or is that no Emmett Kelly? Sorry, Emmett Kelly, who's a clown, and this one's kind of crazy because it's got this clown mask. How to make a clown mask? So you cut it out and then you color it. This is a very early one. Here's like one of the other really gorgeous ones is the Florida Punch. Orange pineapple. And that's the glory of all this stuff is just the incredible, you know, like cherry high C. I can still taste that cherry high C. Because high C kind of was like, kind of metallic, kind of, because, you know, it was in that can. Bill Cosby. And some later stuff, and then these ones, which are some circus ones with hideous clowns. This one, Welch's apple drink with Screaming Demons, which is sort of a Hot Wheelsy sort of thing. Sir Laugh-A-Lot. It's a weird one. Cragmont, which is this the Safeway brand. And then these Del Monte fruit tree ones, which I think I've shown before. Which I have a lot of extras of those if anybody needs them. And then a bunch of Kool-Aid ones, which we're not going to look at. So I think that is. I think we got to the bottom of. We got to the bottom of the drink barrel. Yeah. So drinks. You know, I started in Funny Face. Do I have any Ocean Spray Crantastic? The only Ocean Spray, no. I think I have. I've like got one early Ocean Spray label, which I'll probably do in the fruits and vegetables. Crantastic. That sounds more like a 90s product, which is not something I would have, unfortunately. But I love cranberry juice. So that's drinks. Yeah, I started in Funny Face. Hawaiian Punch. Brandon, you have most of my Hawaiian Punch stuff. I've gotten rid of most of my Hawaiian Punch. I've got a couple of animation cells. I think I have a display. Do you have any Libbyland? No, I've never seen the Libbyland Milk Magic pack. I don't think anyone has. Maybe someone has, but I've never seen a picture of it. But yeah, Brandon, you ended up with most of my Hawaiian Punch stuff. Hawaiian Punch, you know, it's like I can't collect every brand. And so yeah, with Hawaiian Punch, I used to have can labels and package labels, die cut signs. That's about it. I'm losing my voice. My nose is a little runny. I don't know why my nose is runny. Probably because of allergies, I guess. And it's hot. 10:57 next week. I don't know what we're doing next week. I'll decide. I think I have about 5 more weeks. I looked at my list, and I think I have about 5 more topics. Got candy and gum, which I think I might end with. Maybe we'll do chips and crackers next week. That's a big one. Chips and crackers is a big one. So yeah, we got chips and crackers, candy and gum, household products, fruit and veg. I think there's one more I'm forgetting about. Or maybe there's just 4 more. So we're getting through my collection. Drinks was, as you can see, a fairly large thing. Thanks for being here. I'll be back Sunday again at 10. A little smoother this week. Last week was a little bumpy. Thanks everybody for coming by. Global Pop Culture, Brandon, Ralph, Jason. I think Jason's brother was here. I think Jeff was here also. Lisa. And yeah, leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up. Watch some of my other silly shows. And thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.